The latest. Thank you for your incredible love and support. Many of you have been reaching out to complain that you aren't seeing my videos in your feed even after I post. I want to remind you that the work never stops. I am posting every single day. If you aren't seeing the notifications, please make it a habit to always check the page for new updates. And if you haven't already, please turn on the notifications and select all so you don't miss a single report. The black man is capable of managing his own affairs. That was what Dr. Kwame Nkrumah told us. The era of motorcycles and pickups freely roaming the Sahara on stolen fuel is coming to a violent end. For 2 years, the FLA Permanent Strategic Framework has relied on a specific lifeline to fuel their convoy, a secret depot tucked just 20 kilometers from the Algeria border. On the 15th of this campaign, the Malian Armed Forces, FAMA, didn't just hit a building. They severed the main artery of the rebellion. It happened 150 kilometers northwest to Tassalit. While leadership was reportedly busy filming propaganda to claim control over the north, the Malian Armed Forces struck. The footage shows the reality. As the first impact landed, fighters scattered across open ground. They were trying to be boastful to tell the world how they are in charge. But the real victory wasn't the total destruction of the fuel depot. In the desert, fuel is life. Without it, the plans designed in Paris are nothing more than a stationary nightmare. Mali is now fighting a two-front war with precision. While the air forces cleared the north, a routine patrol in southern Mali near the Ivorian corridor intercepted a GNIM-linked column in the Kiala area. Note the shift. The armed groups are no longer just shifting military camps. They are targeting civilian food trucks and fuel tankers headed for Bamako. It is a desperate starvation strategy. But at Kilia, the FAMA patrol held the line. The supply route to the capital remains open. We saw the propaganda that they brought out that there will not be anything that will pass through the line. Western media is waiting for a blood-soaked secret battle in Kidal for their headlines. But the Malian General Staff is playing a colder, smarter game.
Long live the AES army. Friends, watch very, very closely. Taro is making a video. He hasn't even finished making the video. Bomb visited them. And it's total chaos. Yes, we told you in the AES there, you will leave willingly or by force. You will be neutralized and successfully struck. Family, watch very, very closely. A Taro who is making a video. He didn't finish the video. No, he didn't even have time to finish the video. A small bomb successfully visited them there and operations continue. Long live the Malian Armed Forces. Long live the Defense and Security Forces and volunteers for the defense of the homeland of Burkina Faso. And long live the Defense and Security Forces of Niger. This, we tell you, the unified force of the AES will never negotiate with the terrorists. Yes, the AES will not negotiate with the enemy. Never, no negotiation. You will see. You haven't seen anything yet. They are making a video that no, so what? They didn't even finish saying Allah Bam. They are neutralized and successfully struck. And I assure you, the survivors there, the survivors you see, the one even running with the camera, he has been neutralized and successfully wrapped up. And the operations continue. You cannot escape. No. Once the black albino targets his aim, no, he does not miss his target. How that the black albino struck directly at the enemy. Total rout. The survivors were caught red-handed and successfully struck, and operations continue. Keep it up.
Mali is not rushing into the urban trough. Instead, they are systematically destroying the logistics. Fuel depots destroyed. Leadership comes, neutralize. Propaganda spaces, compromise. Air sovereignty, total. With radar and drone coverage, nothing moves without being tracked from Bamako. Why is the pressure so high? It isn't about the romance of the sands. It is about what is buried underneath gold. Kida sits on massive and mined gold reserves. Mali is the third largest producer in Africa, with potential reaching 2,000 tons. Oil and gas. The Tudani Basin holds an estimated 160 million barrels of conventional oil and trillions of cubic feet of natural gas. When we talk about lithium, the Kolumina deposit is one of the largest on the continent. For decades, foreign firms relied on a weak sea to extract the minerals on unfair terms. So now, the resources nationalism of the current government has changed the math. That is why these people are bent on making sure Africa is not stable. The $600 million in additional revenue recently secured through audit proves it. The resources now pay for the state, not foreign interests. And this is what they do not want when the resources in Africa are used to benefit the people. The security of one African state is the security of all. So this isn't just a Sahel problem. The same playbook used to destabilize Mali, funding proxies to create instability so resources can be looted, is a threat to the entire continent. The 15 proves that an African state can write its own mining code, defend its own borders, and tell the old order that the terms of 1960 are officially expired. The strangulation of the logistic network in the north is the first step towards a sovereign future where Africa processes its own wealth on its own terms, and not for people to sit here and tell us what they think should be done. And the problem of our leaders is that they see the problem in the Sahel to be the Sahelian problem. And that is why all these leaders in Africa who claim they are democratic are quiet watching them, as if being an African means that you should continue to follow the rules and regulations of your oppressor. When these foreign firms look at what they are losing, they have to find means and ways to fight back. And they use the leaders. And the leaders are not realizing that the problem of the Sahel is a problem of all Africans. They only know how the African unity is when they meet in Addis Ababa, when they are in their meetings. You understand? ECOWAS, ANC, SADC, that's the time we see how Pan-African these leaders are. But the same leaders will be watching a country going through pain just because the person has decided to walk on the path of the people. Democracy is never for us. And that is why the unification of Africa is very important. And we can't leave Africa in the hands of these people. The youth of today must take it upon ourselves to make sure we cause a change. We need to start seeing ourselves as one people. Because if Mali succeeds, Africa has succeeded. If Burkina Faso, Niger succeed, we have all succeeded. So because they do not want to allow these people to succeed so we can all follow, they have to fight. And I remember one Frenchman who said they watched Japan, and today Japan has built itself and is on its own. So they have to do everything possible not to allow Africa, because they need the resources cheap for their own industries. So if we continue to be sitting here watching people, Africa will never make a headway. And we are so glad that Mali has just neutralized these people. While they were busy filming to claim credit, they woke up at the wrong side of history. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided before, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's colonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world. In Africa, West Africa, and in Mali.